Well, hello everybody. Today is kind of a different video. Today I'm starting a series called Revealing My Strange Addiction. I love videos because it's where I can just post what's going on in my life and things that I'm feeling and thinking and doing. And I do a lot of reviews, but I also love to do my own personal stuff too. And I thought this would be a great way to get to know me and get to know my strange addiction. And if you guys like this, me in shambles and my mess, then please tell me below, and maybe I'll start my new strange addiction series on here, because believe me, I have many strange addictions. But the first one I'm going to reveal is obvious. Look at this. I'm in a construction mess in my house. Why? Because I'm an empty nester and I decided to stay busy. No, but really it's because we moved in this home about 10 years ago and it's never been to my liking. It was what we could afford back then when we had small children. And to be honest, the selling point was the pool in the backyard, and I kind of was outvoted because it had a pool in the backyard, and my kids just jumped right in. And my husband wanted the pool and in the basement, and I wanted the 2-car garage and a bigger kitchen and a bigger living room, and I didn't get that. So now I've been obsessed since I moved in, and over 10 years ago, to make it the way that I want to make it. I hadn't always had the money to do so, so I decided to watch home shows, and I'm like, well, they've got a Sawzall. How hard could it be, you know? And so I started sawing out walls. When you first walk into my house, there was this ridiculous closet that made no sense. So the kitchen is in the front of the house because it's a busy street, and then the back of the house is a living room, which this is a bedroom that I'm making into part of the living room. So I'm expanding the living room finally. Now, this strange addiction, as the strange cat is bombing me. I don't know why she always bombs me, but she does. She always bombs me in my videos. I guess it makes it extra crazy, right? So there was a hall closet right in the middle of like where you walk in and where you go into the kitchen. And so it left me like that much room to walk into the kitchen. I know it was probably a little bit more, but it felt like that because I came from a all open floor plan, the house we were leasing. And then, like I said, we were just starting out here, and this is all we could afford. And it's only 1,000 square feet on top and 1,000 on the bottom with 3 kids. And this right here was a bedroom. And so we used this for our middle son for years and years and years. So I never had the opportunity to expand my living room. So I knocked out the hall closet first. One day I was like, I have a break. I've watched home improvement shows. I went and grabbed my husband's Sawzall. I had been asking him for months and months, and he's like, oh no, we can't take that out. We can't do that, because he doesn't want to knock out walls. He just wanted to keep it the way it was. And I don't like wasted space, I've come to find out with me. And so I want to utilize every single space that we have in our home. And so I decided one day, I had 2 weeks off. It was like on a Christmas break, and I'll never forget it. My kids were coming home from school, walking home from school, and here's mom with the Sawzall, and I'm throwing pieces of sheetrock outside, and I knocked it out myself. And anyway, that's kind of been starting my addiction ever since. So I started that, and then he, of course, had to go and fix it. And then there was another wasted space. There was another wasted space in between my kitchen and my dining room. No, kitchen and dining room that I just wanted. Nikki, no, Sorry, my dogs are bitches. They're wanting their WALK, and I'm telling them to wait until after my VIDEO. So we're battling. They want to do that first thing in the morning. I still have kids, even though I'm an empty nester. So anyway, I knocked out that wall, and then my addiction has been strong ever since. I have just been wanting to knock out walls to make my house feel bigger, and you know, now the big open concept is, it's so popular now, you know? And so I decided, because of the market is so expensive here, the housing market has just taken a huge, huge, the houses, just the simplest house now is like $250,000, $300,000, $400,000. So you could never get the house we have now for the amount that we got it back then. So I decided to take matters into my own hands and get the Sawzall back out once yet again. And I'll never forget my husband, Monday of this week, my husband's like thinking, okay, the kids are out. We're finally empty nesters. I'm so excited. My wife's just going to be running around naked, and it's going to be so exciting. And we're finally going to have alone time. And then on Monday, he's like, well, okay, honey, have a good day. What are you going to do today? And I said, oh, just, you know, take the dogs for WALK and, you know, tape some videos and, you know, find something for dinner and, you know. Well, I woke up that morning and I had been thinking about it for quite a while. And I had called and called and called and called for a contractor to come help me with this. And they are so booked in this area because this is booming now. The housing market is so saturated and so full, and so many builds are going up, that I'm like, you know what? I did that wall and that wall myself, and then he had to fix it. Why couldn't I just start the process with this and then just call the electrician and have the electrician come and rewire all of this over against the wall and expand my living room and get a bigger window and do it all myself for a while and save on money? And so that's what I did. I started taking sheetrock down, getting the house all dusty. And then my son yesterday came over to help me. Thank God I hired my son, and he helped me finish the rest of getting the sheetrock. So now I have sheetrock everywhere. So I'm going to be dumping sheetrock, and then we've got to knock down these. And now this wall, however, this bedroom is not a weight-bearing wall. So I'm going to be able to do all this myself, and then just get an electrician, and then take the carpet sample of this new carpet that we just got into the carpet place and measure the rest of the room, and then just patch up and get new carpet for the rest of it. And then I'm going to get a big window that's in my living room. I'm going to get the same size of that window for the other window, and I'll show you in just a minute, but just don't mind my shambles. So that's my strange addiction. So I hope you like this. I probably will not post all of the remodeling because it just goes so fast, and I'll have so many people over here and everything. I'm also going to redo my kitchen because it's not an open concept, and I want it to be. I've always dreamt about having this house be all open and knocking out a structural wall. I've got an engineer coming over, and he's gonna make sure that I don't make the house fall down. It's a structural wall, so I'm gonna have to get like a column all the way on the top, like either a metal beam or whatever they're called, all the way to the top, and then I can knock out the wall in between the living room and kitchen, and then build the island I've always dreamt about. And then I can start doing cooking videos for YouTube that I've always wanted to do, but I always felt like, gosh, my kitchen's so dark and dreary. But I remember my son, when he first moved out, he's like, Mom, I knew only how to make a few things that you showed me, like spaghetti and, of course, burgers and stuff, but I wanted to learn how to do more, and so I started watching YouTube cooking videos to learn to cook, and I just and I'm like, wouldn't that be a great gift to my family, to just like start making recipes that I've done for years and years and years that just come natural to me, spaghetti and meatballs. And I don't go by recipes. I've just done it for so many years that I just know how to do it. And just start doing some cooking videos on here, and some fitness, videos down as I described. I'm going to get a fitness room down there again in the basement, and just kind of open it up to a lifestyle channel of all the things that I love to do. And even this series of strange addictions, if you guys like this and you want to find out all my different weird strange addictions that I have to do, then let me know below, comment below, and I could open it up to all kinds of things. But I never post these things because I always feel like, oh, I'll bore you, or you won't be interested, and you only want to see my fashion shows, or you only want to see, this, that, or the other, or my pool videos. And now that the pool season is ending and I'm still waiting for my hot tub is lost somewhere. I don't know where it is, but we're waiting for white glove service, and they can't find a white glove service, and it's just been on and on and on. I thought I would keep myself busy with knocking this out, getting this all ready so that when I am enclosed in the wintertime that I don't get claustrophobic, because I'm very claustrophobic. So I think that's where my strange addiction comes, to open up walls. So anyway, my husband comes home. So all of you that say you would love to be my husband, you would not, because my husband gets home on a Monday night. So let me finalize it with that. And he's like, I didn't Snapchat all day. And he is like, because I didn't tell him I was going to do it either, because I don't want to be told no. So I've learned, when you've been married almost 25 years, this November it'll be 25 years, not to ask for permission. And I am one that if I'm paying, I'm saying. So I'm paying, so I'm saying. So I did not ask Daddy for permission. I just started knocking the walls out. And I did it on my own. And he's just sitting there going, why did I have to marry a wife that is obsessed with knocking out walls? Why? Lord help me, and so all I can say is that it's my strange addiction. I don't know why I like to open up walls, but I do not like wasted space. And so as I'm going to end right now, I'm going to show you the before. It always has to get disgusting before it gets beautiful. And so if you're out there and you don't have a lot of money and you're thinking, man, I would love to knock this wall out, I'm going to cause a ruckery here on YouTube. All the husbands are going to hate me. But women, if you're out there and you want more room in your home and you know it's not a weight-bearing wall, don't be afraid of the Sawzall. Get the Sawzall out and create that home that you're going to love. Because I'm telling you, if you walk into your home, and last year at this time, I was traveling to Mexico. And so I was looking back at my Snapchat and I'm going, I was on the beach in Mexico. I was drinking drinks, tequila, and I was getting some sun rays, and I was just eating some delicious food. And this year I'm spending the money on my home remodels, and I'm doing that because when I do take trips and when I do take vacations, I look around and I think, God, this is paradise. I love it here. But obviously you can't afford to, a $5,000 trip is, you can't afford to do that all the time. So if you make your home your resort, you will feel a sense of peace and happiness that you can get right at your own home if you can't afford to travel. So I decided I'll do my home, and then when I do travel, I'll still have my resort paradise right here in my own home. Even though it's a 1963, I'm going to create it up into the 2000s that I love and create my own modern design for a whole lot less than it would cost me to move and have somebody else's design. So the beauty of buying an older fixer-up home is that when you do have the ability to remodel, you make it your own. Like we've made our bathroom our own. We've made our, we had the landscapers over here this last year. We made all new grass and plants our own, and our yard our own. And now I'm moving in here because I'm an empty nester, and what else am I going to do with my time but be a strangely addicted housewife to knocking down walls. Now, what I'm about to show you right now is awful and disgusting. But the reason I'm doing that is because when it's all done, I'm going to make another video and I'm going to show you what I've done. And you're going to be like, oh girl, that was a good idea. Or you're going to say, oh, I liked it better the other way, but I doubt it, you know? So let me show you without further ado. Oh, and of course you want to see the outfit of the day. Is it still playing? I got on some old scrungy shorts and this silver gray shirt, and I wanted to show you. So this is the living room when you walk in, and this is the mess that I got out of the hall closet. Now this is what you see. That huge window right there, I'm moving over. So this was the living room. This is all we had right here. And then this was this oddly bedroom that was put, as far as I'm concerned, right in the middle of the living room. And so this was a dinky hall closet right here. This was a dinky hall closet. And it was a bedroom for many, 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 many years. Look at the mess. This was the wall we're taking out. And that was all the hallway we had, was that. Now that little window right there is going to be taken out. And it's going to be replaced with this so that I can have two of those. So it's going to be directly into my backyard. So now visualize this. When you walk in, this is where you walk in, that wall will be gone. That will be completely gone, and you'll walk in and it'll be all one living room. Can you imagine that? So this is the before, and when it's all done, I will show you. Look at how messy that is. I will show you the after. Woo! Thanks for watching.